Hello, this is my video with my response to the email that I got from you, Marco, and I'm going to answer all of the questions that you've asked here. So first of all, what has your experience as a partner been like so far? It's actually been pretty impersonal and quite distant until recently, where you've reached out and started to contact us. Otherwise, it was like we were working for a machine that we couldn't really contact or get problems fixed for, and that's me speaking on behalf of other YouTubers that I know that I've spoken to as well. And so for the longest time, it has just sort of been like you're working for an automated machine, but it's nice to see that things are changing on that front. The second question, what was it like when you joined and how has it changed? It was really exciting when I first joined, but then I realized that, once you get the extra features on your channel, which I think are available to everyone now, but back then when I got my partnership, it was a really big deal to have that. It was obviously exciting, but then it just sort of became the norm after a while to have those things. How good is YouTube at communicating with you? It's not too bad. You get through the emails telling you about things that are changing, but it's a sort of a one-way communication until recently. So, yeah, I guess that's something that's changing. Why did you decide to become a partner in the first place? It was just like the next logical step. Once you started making videos back then, you didn't have thumbnails and monetization and stuff, and so you had to work towards it. And then that's why it was kind of like what you wanted to do, I guess, because it was, as I said, like the next logical step to get those features and to move up on YouTube, I guess you could say. What keeps you motivated to create videos for YouTube? The thing that motivates me the most is my comments and my audience. Like, if I'm ever feeling a lack of inspiration or struggling to come up with ideas, I always have like a constant source of good feedback from people, and I really appreciate that YouTube has this kind of community aspect where not only do you make something and it goes out there for people to watch, but their feedback comes directly to you, and I think that's YouTube's strongest thing, that you can directly interact with your audience, and it makes it a lot more personal and a lot more rewarding for that as well. Um, what's the next question here? What could we do to help creators when they start out? I think just a way to promote people with smaller channels would be a good thing, because the system is kind of tough and unfair, and if you're sitting at the top, you tend to dominate and just suck everyone in towards your channel, whereas if you're down at the bottom starting out, you really have to hustle and work and work and work to talk to people, to get other people to put attention on your videos, and the system doesn't kind of just give someone who's starting out much attention. So I think something should be done to kind of equally distribute how advertising on the sides and the whole YouTube's algorithm for promoting videos, that could be corrected to help smaller YouTubers. Now that you're more established, what is your biggest challenge? I don't really feel like I have too many challenges in front of me, at least ones that are tough, because I'm kind of in a rhythm of doing my thing and I keep going and I enjoy it and people enjoy watching my videos. I guess the biggest challenge is probably half the time trying to figure out YouTube's system for what works with videos. You have to constantly play around with different lengths of videos, trying out different things with annotations and viewer engagement, etc., in the hopes of making your videos work better in YouTube's system. So I guess that's probably the biggest challenge that there is, trying to figure out the YouTube system. Otherwise, it's all pretty straightforward. You just tend to continue doing your thing. And the last question is just anything else you'd like to tell us. I really like that you guys are now reaching out to us. It's become kind of apparent that however YouTube was run before, things are actually changing, and I think YouTube need to employ a lot more people and have a lot more personal contact with the channels, because this is my full-time job, and I don't have someone that I can pick up the phone and ring or anything like that. Well, I kind of do now. I can communicate to you through email, but I think what would be good for YouTube to have is to have people who you can get in touch with on Skype. Skype's very popular for people all over the world to communicate with. Just having that accessibility to someone, so when something goes wrong, you can get in contact with someone quickly, because I've had channel strikes and copyright issues before, and it makes your heart sink when you see them, because 3 of those things go through and that's it, your channel gets deleted. And there's been stories in the Minecraft community of quite a few channels who have literally just one day woken up and had 3 straight strikes overnight, and then their channels disappeared. And it's quite a big concern and worry when you don't have someone you can reach out and ask for help with these things. So that's one thing I'd like to see changed. Another thing would definitely be the the system for copyright infringement with audio and things like that. It seems like the ball is in the people who claim content's park. They get to take the money from the videos that are monetized with their content, and they just do that immediately. As soon as something in their system is identified on your video, then they take it. And that's happened to me recently. It happened to me a while ago with a particular artist that I have their permission to use their music, yet the company that owns the music, I guess you could say, always flags my videos, and there's no need for it because I have the permission, and the ball's in their park first of all, so I can't monetize the video, etc. And it'd be nice if it was the other way around. They would have to do, the research and communicate with YouTube to say no, this is incorrect, because a lot of the time it feels like they're taking advantage of that. A lot of YouTubers take all the measures to make sure that their content isn't copyright infringing or anything like that. So I gave myself a little time to think, and there was one other thing that I could think of actually that I'd like to mention, and it's really not a formulated idea, just that I feel that the community aspect on YouTube is the strongest thing it has, and the interaction with an audience through the comment system is pretty good, but I feel like perhaps there could be better things or other tools and ideas introduced around that. For example, Twitter is really great for interacting with people, but obviously that's happening on a separate site, so maybe something like Twitter integrated into YouTube, a bit more of a live comment system like a feed, or possibly a forum of some sort. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw those ideas out there because I feel like that's the strongest thing that YouTube has, as I said. And I want to say thank you for reaching out to us as well. For the longest time, doing this YouTube job has been a little bit scary because you've got no one that you can communicate with. So it's nice to have that, and I hope that things are going to get better as we move forward. So thanks for listening to my thoughts, and I look forward to more communication with you guys.